And Sarah, you too go back and forth, do you not, in your writing process? And to do that research for a 1970s Peak District, was it difficult to find that information?
Well, I remember the 70s.
Surely not.
So I rely on my own memory of it. Yeah, the 70s bits are usually when they're children, so I was a child in the 70s. But that's quite handy because actually using your own memory is really helpful, because when you come to copy editing, you get questions like, well, why is there no seatbelts in the back of the car? The children don't put their seatbelts on because you can remember that there weren't.
Yeah.
So
because the editors often
25.
It's definitely off the beaten track.
So, yes, no, I haven't yet. The book I'm writing at the moment is partly set in the 50s, and that's the first period I've used where I wasn't alive in. So, yes, I've had to use sort of other people's memories of that.
All right, so you've talked to other people rather than do online research?
Oh, yeah, I mean, the trouble is, because you work so much on the computer, you probably find these, you end up doing sort of everything online. And so when I come to research, I do a bit online, but I like to talk to people. And occasionally sort of people say, well, you can find that if you Google it. But if you spend all your time on Google, it's, well, you feel like you're writing by Google.
Yes, yeah, as opposed to going out and doing that face-to-face research. It was like police questioning in a way that it was that thing. Antti, to make the choice of the places where you set your novels, how do you go about doing that? Do you have an idea in mind and then find a place that fits? Or do you find a place and then from that develop the story? Which way does it go for you?
Well, I suppose The Man Who Died, my most recent novel in English, is a good example of how I work. I started writing a novel with basically the same premise. A man goes to the doctor's office, hears he's dying, he's been poisoned over a prolonged period of time. But in the first version that I wrote, the main character was, first of all, he was working in an advertising agency. And I worked in an advertising agency for 12 years. And writing about it was the most boring thing I've ever done. And I thought, if it's this boring for me, it will be death for the reader. And I just realized that I have to take it someplace else. So that was the first one, and I was just desperate to find that sort of the right backdrop for the story. And one day I was walking towards the place I write, and I was walking, and I just had this vision or an epiphany in my mind that mushrooms. And I thought, that's a great idea. And I told my agent this, and he... I know. And what I mean by that, a year earlier I had read an article that speculated that if one were to take this mushroom that actually grows in the Finnish forest, if you would take it in its blooming stage to Tokyo in a matter of hours, you'd make money. But of course it's impossible to do, and nobody picks those mushrooms in Finland, but I invented this industry around it, this exporting business, and the whole factory and everything. It's my invention. But it sort of gave me the right sort of absurdity to this book. And I realized that this mushroom factory cannot be located where I live, in central Helsinki, which is not a mushroom place. Well, it is, you know what I mean, but it's
a mushroom free.
You can get mushrooms, but they're not the kind you make food with. So what I did, everybody's happy. Come on.
Maybe you could bring them next time.
I was young, and times were different. And I just realized that I had to take this factory out of Helsinki and put it in a small town, which turned out to be Hamina, which was a town I spent my childhood summers in. And it's just this perfect a combination of a small town, very strange history, and kind of a noir story.